Welcome back, everyone, to another Unlimited video where today we got Luke Skywalker Data Vault. Luke Skywalker is one of those interesting leaders that pops up throughout the meta every now and then, usually more at the local level than like at the big premier level. But at the local level, this deck is actually a lot of fun. Luke Skywalker, of course, is the starter leader from Spark of Rebellion that states, action, tap, pay 1, tap it, give a shield token to a heroic unit you played this phase, awakens at 6 energy, and then on his awakened side, when he attacks, give another unit, any unit really, a shield token. So, a really good leader that has always had a very strong connection to the command color, or green. So for this green, we are doing Data Vault, the new base from JTL that states that our minimum deck size goes up 10. Now, the minimum deck size in a normal game would be 50 cards. With the Data Vault, your minimum deck size goes up to 60. So to have a minimum required deck to play the game with Data Vault, you have to have 60 cards. So it's a very unique base. Not a lot of people are really taking use of it, but I think like Bosk is doing interesting things with it. I think if you play Trench, I think you honestly need to play Data Vault because of the nature of Trench, but I think getting all the green stuff for Villainy isn't half bad either. So it's a very interesting base card. We got 33 health. The statue is that we're at 60 cards. Now for a lot of decks, that's kind of a tough thing because again, that's now 10 more cards that you're going to have to draw through. But honestly, I don't think there's anything bad about doing this with Luke. We get 33 health, and we can put even more of our good heroic cards into our deck. So for the rest of the deck, we got 3 Alliances Patchers. Action, tap him, play a unit from your hand. It costs 1 less to play. 2 of the Hera Pilot that has Restore 1 as a unit, and then Pilots for 2. And gives Restore 1 to the piloting ship, and is a +2/+3. 3 of the best card right now that if you're looking to pick this up right now, apparently this card is going for like, I think it's higher rarity, like the foils and hyperface foils, like almost 25 bucks. But Luke Skywalker, the 3/2 unit and then piloting for 3. If this upgrade would be defeated, you may instead move him to the ground arena as a unit and exhaust him. That's the reason why he is really good for anything right now green heroic, just because he is basically 2 units. He's an upgrade on a vehicle, and then if that vehicle dies, he's allowed to then come out onto the ground. Just a really good thing. 2 Admiral Yularen. When placed, choose Grit, Restore, Sentinel, or Shield. While this unit is in play, each friendly vehicle gains that keyword. So it's kind of interesting how you want to choose what your keywords for your vehicles are. Maybe you want more Restore. Maybe you want them to become Sentinel, Shielded, Gritted. So it's very interesting to do that. Triple Village Protectors to come in as a Sentinel, Shielded. Triple Yoda for the Restore 2, and if he dies, allowing us to draw a card. We're never letting our opponent draw a card. We will be drawing the card. Double Kanan Jarrus that on attack, we mill our opponent by 1, and then we will then, for each friendly Spectre, he's the only Spectre we will be using. And then we heal 1 damage from our base for each different aspect among the discarded cards. We have double Chewbacca, a 5/6 unit. This unit can't be defeated or returned to the hand by enemy card abilities. And piloting for 3, again, the touch unit gains the exact same key wording of it can't be defeated or returned to hand by enemy card ability. Double Obi-Wan Kenobi Sentinel, and if it dies, we can give 2 experience tokens to a friendly unit. If it's a forced unit, we can draw a card. And then finally, triple Luke Skywalker, the Restore 3, and when played, we can give an enemy unit -3/-3, but if a friendly unit was defeated this phase, you can give something -6/-6. For our space unit, double Phoenix Squadron A-Wing, triple Restored Arc 170 to Restore 1. Triple Blue Leader for the Ambush, and when played, we can pay the 2 to turn him into a ground unit and give him 2 experience tokens, and then ambush him after that. Triple Concordon for the Sentinel, and they get the +2 when defending. Triple Red Squadron X-Wing, when played, we deal 2 damage to this unit, and then draw a card, if maybe we need it. A really actually kind of funny card to actually kind of play in Obi-Wan, because then you can heal off the damage and get a free draw and heal off damage. Double Sabine's Masterpiece. So here we're going to get the blue and the green abilities off of her, which is we can heal 2 damage from a base. So that's really good. And then we can give an experience token to a unit. to any unit, which is pretty nice. So we're running double Sabine's Masterpiece, 2 Bright Hope, Sentinel, and when play we make return a friendly non-leader ground unit to hand. If you do draw a card, a good little target to sometimes bounce with that is Luke Skywalker, because then we can turn it right into his upgrade. Double Home 1 for Restore 2, and each other friendly chip gains Restore 1, and then when played, you may play a heroic unit from your discard. It costs 3 less. And then finally, 1 Redemption Sentinel, and then we can basically heal up to 8 total damage from any number of units or bases and deal that much damage to this unit. Typically, we're going to do it on the base. For our events, we have 2 Fellow Dragon to kill anything with 5 non-leaders with 5 or more power, 2 Takedown to kill anything that is 5 HP or less, 2 Vigilance to either discard 2 cards, heal 5 damage, defeat an enemy unit with 3 or less AP, or give something a shoot token. We could choose 2 of those. 2 Vanquish to defeat anything that is not a leader. And then finally 2 U-Wing Reinforcements. We're going to look at the top 5 cards. We can then top 10 cards of your deck for up to 3 units with a kind cost of 7 or less, and play each of them for free. And then finally a couple upgrades. 2 Perilous Positions to give something -2, exhaust a unit, get it -2/-2, and then 2 Treacherous to take anything that costs 3 or less, and it becomes ours. And again, if this upgrade is removed, we give our opponent back the unit. So that is our Luke Data Vault. Let's take it to Karabast and see how well we do. We are playing Quinlin TarkinTown. We already checked out this deck. That should be popping up for you in YouTube if you are curious about it. And this hand is, woo, that's a hand I think we're going to keep. Yeah. Okay, so the one problem that we're going to have with our good friend Mr. Quinlin is his ping. Let's see. I think we're going to do the Arc and Kanan. No, I think I like the Perilous. I think we're going to do the Arc and Kanan. No. No, I should have done the... Well, I guess no. Well, I think maybe we should have kept the Arc, because at least it has a little more standability than the A-Wing. Now, what should we do in this position here against Quinlin? Clearly, we should just pass. Quinlin definitely wants us to play a card first, so that it can use its ability to ping. Like in this case, we put down an A-Wing, which means that if he wants to ping 1 damage as A-Wing, he's going to have to hit it for something. And let's see. The Vigilance is going to be good. I don't want to discard the Vigilances here. I think we're going to go with the Village Protectors, because I think that's a least mounted option. So, again, we're going to put on Mr. Luke Skywalker onto this to make this a 6 swinging A-Wing here. Now, again, remember that Luke is back in that day, you actually had to do all the stuff. So, yeah, we hit that. Unfortunately, this is a 3 cost, so it can't do anything to this. U-Wing can get put away. That's way too costed right now. So as of right now, we have a Perilous Positions, which we could throw onto Sabine. That meaning Sabine only deals 1 damage via her effect on attack. He did come in there for that. We're just going to immediately swing the 6 here because we are about to lose. Yep, we're going to trigger Luke. Do that. Let's go Perilous on Sabine. And again, the Vigilance we're going to have to pay 6 at because we're not running double blue right now. Okay, so Kira to look at our hand. Again, even though they look at our hand, they can name anything they really want to. My guess would be, well, actually, no, this doesn't matter because even Kira doesn't really matter at this point because, what did they name? Names Luke Skywalker. So, all my Luke Skywalkers, by the way, are now a higher cost because of Kira. That actually will be pretty nice. We'll put this Luke away. All right. So we can go this to kill off her. That then brings us back all our Luke Skywalkers. We can basically turn this Luke into this Sabine, killing her off here and basically allowing us. Again, Quinlin does get to come out this turn, by the way. So Plo Koon here does get the ambush, but does not get the raid. So nothing we can really do about that one. We're just going to claim the initiative here. The last thing they can do is they can ping us for 1 off of Sabine. And they can ping 1 for Sabine, and that's really about it. So I think We're going to go Alliance Dispatcher here. Because all Sabine does is one ping via her own effect. Okay, so let's go Vigilance. We're going to kill this, and I think I'm going to heal 5 damage off of my base. Basically turn my base into being more of a nuisance than it already has been. Okay, we're going to bring out Mr. Luke Skywalker. Because we're a leader now. The only thing that kills us, well, no, I guess at this point, that really doesn't hurt. So we will swing. We're not going to give a shield token to anything, clearly, because why am I giving a shield token to my opponent? Alright. Cassian Andor coming out here. Off of the smuggle, we're just going to claim. So Cassian does get to restand because of the smuggle ability here. Again, we will have Sabine's Masterpiece next turn, and we can also put out Concord Dawn Interceptors. If he decides to do anything here, okay, so he's going to swing at me with the Luke. So, Bright Hope. I think I'm going to put Bright Hope away. Okay, Luke is literally dead this coming turn, because he literally can just swing anyone he wants. So Mace Windu into Luke Skywalker to then restand the Mace Windu. We're going to kill that Mace Windu off so that it doesn't become a nuisance problem. Kill off Mace Windu so I don't have to deal with the Mace Windu effect. We will then go Concord Dawn Interceptor. We will just claim the initiative here because we really don't have anything else to do. And I mean, we're very much close to winning this. Home 1 actually will be pretty good here. Let me see. What do we got in our drop that's worth home 1ing? We got an Arc 170. Oh, no, that's my resources. Where's my drop? I mean, a Phoenix Squadron A-Wing. I mean, another Luke Skywalker. I don't think it's worth going it this turn. But, yeah, I think I'm going to do... We've got 2 Kanan in there. We got 1 more. Unfortunately, I think I got to put the Kanan away. All right, we're going to put out the villagers here to try to at least guard some damage. Because as of right now, we have a shield. I can also put a shield on it because of Luke's ability. So red 5. He can ping a damage on one of these 2. We're going to put a shield back on that, meaning that this has to come in and tear twice through it just to do anything. And then, okay, so Electromagnetic Pulse, we can put out Sabine's TIE Fighter. I'm just going to claim the initiative here. Because Quinlin, okay, so Ezra, we will just claim. The problem is we have this red 5 right now, which is kind of annoying. Because in this state, red 5 is actually going to be nuisance. So, knockout. Alright, so he basically... Oh yeah, because when... Okay, yeah, so he was able to use Ezra Bridger, knock out the shield, and then he took this... Okay, Chewbacca. Let's put this away. Okay, so... Well, this has to... I guess this has to first swing at this, and even though it has to burn the 2 damage here, it has to do that. Let's put the Chewie as a pilot. This wins us the game. Unless he can rest this, he can't, Okay, so yeah, he does get this. So he does get to exhaust a unit here, unfortunately. Which is annoying, because, yeah, he'll be able to rest the Sabine's TIE Fighter. But unless he can find a way to deal with Sabine's TIE Fighter, we'll deal 1 damage to base. Because like I said, I just claimed the initiative, so unless he can kill Sabine's TIE Fighter, which, again, Red 5 can't kill Sabine's TIE Fighter, because physically Red 5 has to first go after the Concord Dawn Interceptor, and then on the attack you deal the 2 damage. So Red 5 physically has to go after the Concord Dawn Interceptor first, yep, and then it kills it, and then I'm just going to claim. I mean, unless in the last 2 cards he has kills me, so, yeah, I mean, this is 6 here. Sabine only does 1 because we perilous Sabine so long. 3 and then 30. He was close. He was close. If that had just been a normal 30 base, he would have won it here. But again, Data Vault being an extra 3 points of health, he got it. So, I mean, there's no literal way he could do it. I mean, I'm not going to charge. I mean, these aren't Sentinels. I have the initiative. I win. All right, that's a game. Well, I'm glad we got to play against Quinlin TarkinTown, which again, right now, is debated to be the best deck of the format. And again, this deck is very, very strong right now because, again, we get a lot of really good green stuff, and Jump to Lightspeed gave us a lot of green, and we get to put a lot of stuff in this deck. Now, yes, you can play a normal 60-card deck with a 30-card base and play all that, but again, I think playing the Data Vault just gives us that extra 3 health. Now, could we cut this down to a 50-card deck and make it a good 50-card deck? Yeah, I think we could do a 50-card deck as well, but I think, honestly, as we saw with Quinlin, having that extra 3 health really did help. Now, the one problem is, because we are 60 cards, there's a chance we don't draw what we are looking for or need. So, just balance that if you want to be on the Data Vault to be required to build 60 cards, or do you want to just be a normal 30 base and maybe just figure out a way to, like, get around, everything you have. Yeah, I want your guys' opinions down in the comment on Luke Data Vault. What are your thoughts on it? Do you think Obi-Wan Data Vault is the better blue heroic green deck? I've seen that one floating around right now, especially against Quinlin because of the fact that Obi-Wan can just heal off that ping damage that Quinlin does. So it's really pointless for Quinlin to do the ping damage when Obi-Wan can heal it off. It's also really good against the indirect. So let me know, is that the better Data Vault strategy right now than Luke Skywalker? Let me know your thoughts on the gameplay. Do you think this deck has more of a contention in the meta? But yeah, let me know all that down in the comments. And while you're commenting, do make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell so you get notified when my videos go live for you. And we'll see you here next time on Mom Dragons TCG.